Hello everyone, this is the draft portion of day 2 of the Arena Open of August 2024, Bloomburrow. So this is going to be a voiceover over this video because, well, after a Windows update, my settings were completely screwed and I streamed with no sound for a little bit, at least during the draft. So I'm gonna do voiceover over that draft. So what I was saying before the draft started was that my experience with the format was that I loved blue. I only won with blue decks, and what it meant for the draft is that I wanted to be blue black. I wanted to be blue green frogs. Frogs being my favorite if it's open, blue black if not. And I would try to avoid the other colors. In case there's a good blue card and a good red card, the tiebreakers would be, well, that I would take the blue card. So here we go, we start the draft, and the first pack is exactly what I was talking about. There's an Amber Heart Challenger, which is a great red card, and there's a Whisker, blah blah blah, the red guy, and Mind Whisker. And I really like the Mind Whisker. The red card is also really good, but I haven't had success with red. It's always kind of a pain to deviate from your initial plan to play a card that's good against a card that you actually actively want to play, the Mind Whisker. So here you see me hesitate for a long time. And up until the very last seconds, I'm about to take the rare, but eventually I end up picking the card I know that's going to be good. And I take the blue card. Moving on, I'd have taken the red mouse. I'd have taken the red white mouse at this point. Forager is a possibility here that doesn't go really well in the blue-green control deck. That would have been much better in the black-green deck. I'd have taken the skunk and pick one. Skunk was probably a good card to pick in the first pack as well. Here I kind of want to stick to blue, and the thing is, blue is very much underdrafted. I don't want anybody to be blue, and I actually really like the Crier as it helps your draws maybe find the third, fourth land or finding your good cards. And in that case, I would just cut the blue. That's a weird pick, but I stand by it. Here we have a few good cards. We have the Portent, we have the 4/4 Frog, and that as a third pick is pretty good sign. Blue-green being maybe open. The Portent, at this point I don't know how good the Portent is, but if I can be frogs, I would definitely want to go frogs. So this is quite a no-brainer here. I'd have been disappointed to be red at that point because there's no really good red card, red or white card. So yeah, the frog is the pick. One can argue the 3/4 could be better, but this is just a stronger card. Now that pack is, kind of lame. There's the 3/3 Menace. That could be playable. The rest of the green is okay. The Disenchant is fine. But we're still not green yet. We don't know how much green we want to play. This is the only blue card that's playable in that pack. Maybe the other one, the Treasure Instant could have been better here. But if you want to go Dimir, that's probably the way to go. This pick, I'm not too sure about. There's another mouse that we could have taken if we had been red-green. That's not the red-white. That's not the plan here. There's a moose picks 5, which is pretty late. There's a runaway together that I really like. But moose is probably the pick since black is not open. And maybe green is open, so it might not be as much frogs as it could be a blue-green control. Not a big fan of blue-green control. That could be blue-green splash for removals. Another portent of calamity here. At the point I'm drafting, I still don't know what that card does. And I read it again. I still don't understand what it does. But I ended up understanding what it did. And turns out that card is pretty sick. More on this in the game portion of this draft. Counterspell or rare. Counterspell is just a fine card, I think, in this format. I'm usually not a fan of counterspells in general, but this one's okay. It's a hard counter. It's tough to find hard counters in general. For 2 mana, that's a fine one. I'm happy with that one. Eddie pick 8 is a huge sign that blue is open. It is probably the best card in blue. Like maybe the second best card after the looter. I don't understand how this can still be in pick 8. People hate blue that much that they would leave that guy on pick 8. I still don't understand. Light Shell Duo, I love that card. It's close to like 3-4 draw card. Being able to surveil 2 is so good when you're looking for threshold or just to filter your lands. Shore Up is pretty nice. Again, I passed the Disenchant. Yeah, I should have taken Disenchant as well. Shore Up I love Shore Up, but a Disenchant, at least one Disenchant could have been useful. So right now I'm blue X, either blue green. We don't really have black cards, so trying to understand that card again. Divination, not fantastic with no others. Alright, so this pack has nothing for me. It has a frog that I could speculate on if I get the nut frogs. That card is a beating if paired with the right cards. So speculating on that one is probably the right way to go. Picking up the Shore Up now, we got one like 10th pick, is not. It doesn't make much sense. The duo could be okay as well, but I think there's more value in picking up the rare here and hoping we get the right follow-up. Pretty bad pack for me again. There's a Banishing Light that I could consider. I don't consider going too much into what to play Coyote. The other option is a 3-4. The thing is 3-4 is gonna wheel. Oh, I'm gonna find another one, so I don't think I need it. Also, I'm not playing black at that point. So Banishing Light is a possible splash. Now we have 2 picks that could consider the Sugar Coat or the The 5/4. At this point, I don't think I'm gonna get the frogs because there's too many. Just too many cards without too many pack with no frogs that are being passed. And Sugarcoat, I really enjoy Sugarcoat. I enjoy playing Sugarcoat. It's 3 mana removal in blue. It's also an enchantment for Portent. Yeah, the small druid. This one could just be played without a frog. Without a frog setup. Just as a wall of wood. But it's also good with the the 4/4 frog. Who knew wall of wood would be nice? Another Eddie, big 5. There's another Crier, but hopefully we get another one later. We're kind of short on 2-drops, but Eddie with the number of instants we have and the ones we're gonna have later is nuts. Again, love Eddie. This pack is not great, but there's a duo, there's a land. That's it. We can play the audible because we have a divination to go with it. Also, that increases our instant count or sorcery count. Same for shore up number 2. We're not given a lot of good cards in this pack. The problem with what we have right now is that we are kind of short on fixers, and we still don't know which colors we're going. Spellgeyer is a sweet one. Short number 3. Unlikely we play it, but if we have some looters, some shoreline looters, it would be great to be able to protect them. Yeah, duo number 2, as expected. First early winter. That's an unplayable talent. Maybe I should still have taken the talent. Yeah, I'm wondering how I'm gonna be able to play all these cards. Right now we have like one black card and one white card, so we still don't know what we're gonna do. And that's a pretty bad opening as well. Double green, I don't think that's playable. In the control decks, one card that's needed is Saver to be able to gain life and to deal with the early threats. So that's really the only card that's possible to take here with that start. This is the kind of decks that I have experience with and that I know what it needs and I know how it works. And I know Saver is the right pick for this. There was also, we could have taken the Raccoon, the 2/2, but Saver is just better overall. Second Whisker and the second Mind Whisker is actually pretty fantastic here. I love that card. I think people were surprised I first picked it, but you'll see how good that is during the games. And there's nothing for me. Man, that is another good red rare for us. As we started rare. So weird. Sometimes you draft red and you get nothing. Sometimes everything flows. That rare is good, but I wouldn't say it's broken. I mean, I think a red deck would have been great, but that's, hindsight 2020. here there's the mentor. There's the, I think the surveillance could have been good. Yeah, I think I should have taken the grotto here. And that was just a mispick. I also only have like 20 playables. Yeah, that was a mistake here. They run away together. We don't have the right targets. We don't have a pawns here. I mean the 1/1 that draws a card. That's really good with that card with run away together. But we have duo. We have the 2 eddies. I think here we take the Sonar Strike just in case we are white and not green. Yep. And now we have a second frog, which is quite interesting because we can either play white, black, or green along with the blue. Again, not exactly what we want to do, we want to be in, but close enough to be considered a playable deck. It's still a mess with no fixer. A second Spellguire, again, love that card. Yeah, playable, unplayable, unplayable. That's a one fixer. If you play three colors, and that's it. Alright, at this point I check my I check the messages and I see I'm muted, so I fix everything and I'll be back live with the live comments. Okay, how about now? Alright, I think that works like this. Alright, I'm sorry about this. And alright, and my deck is could have been so much better. Of course. I don't know how I should play it though. I mean, blue was open, but there was no support for it. And that's a problem. That was a problem, obviously. Do I want to play green? Is that my best option? Just green and just monsters? This guy is a 1/1 for 1. Doesn't do anything. That's probably not the best option. Is white the best option? Is black the best option? Black, I'm not a big fan of black here, but it might be the best option. Let's see. Be just black. And maybe a raider. It's an early blocker. Something like that. The problem is that I don't do much with in the early game. And by not much, I'm missing the recursion and I'm missing a looter. Is green better than black? This is not great. I don't like this card. Maybe green is just better. I don't like these. How many of these guys do I have? Is green better? I like. We can do both, but that's not like I don't think I want to play this. These guys are great. I don't mind these. This not fantastic, but gains life. How many frogs do I have? 4. Frogs, okay. Crabs. Frogs and crabs. Bouncing is, I have 1 removal plus a bounce. Is this better than this? Since my creatures are so small. Yeah. Maybe I want this one to go with this. I mean, this is not great. We have this and we can protect them. Maybe Shore Up is better than High Stride. This is good. 1/3 to block at the beginning. I don't mind it, especially with these. This is gonna be tough, but it's not a lost cause. I have a bunch of okay cards. We just need to be on the play a lot. Yeah, I'm missing a lot of the key cards. Do you want to play white instead of green? We want to play both. We could play both, actually. I mean, we don't have to play Druid and these guys. We can play these instead, but I'm going to have a hard time winning. Are these better than these? Having no fixers is a problem. Yeah, I guess black is black better. This is going to be too. This is probably better. Like having 2 more removals is probably fine. Maybe I don't want to play that many shore ups. Yeah, I'm cutting this. Playing a flyer. Another, how many creatures do I have now? 11. Do I want these guys? Maybe I want actually both, but that's like the mana is gonna be so sketch. I mean, why not? This is probably the best option actually. Like this and this is great. And we cut what? 1 shore up? Shore up is great with that. 5 black seems a little much. We need a lot more blue. Not having fixers is a problem. We could actually find the fixers. This is a lifesaver. Do we want the counter spell? Maybe. Having this is a good card. I love that card. I don't think we have enough removals. We need enough features for this to be good. We have. Can we actually play this? Top cards. Reveal the top X cards. For each card type, you may exile a card. If you have everything. So instant, sorcery, artifact, land. No. Okay, this could actually be good. Counter spell. Do we want this counter spell? Early one? This seems a little sus, but that's an early spell to play. Maybe you can cut a shore up. Do you want 2 of these bad boys? I think that's probably the best way to do it. Four of these is probably too many. 3 is probably enough. We only need 1. That's actually fine. This is pretty bad. But it's probably to block the early game creatures. It's an easy way to put a card in the graveyard. Maybe this one. One's probably shit actually. I don't have others. Alright, that should be okay. This is not a great deck. This is usually what I hate playing. I hate playing this. I might actually play the Moose, but double green is kind of sus as well. We have already 2 Eddies. But Moose is actually pretty great too. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go for this. Yeah. Moose, double green. Something like that. That's my late game. 17, do we play another land? I don't like this guy. Not a big fan of that dude.